Thank you for making time in your busy schedules to attend our meeting and support the Tech Trek program. Our members love hearing about your camp experiences, and your sharing them is especially important for us to continue to raise funds to support the program. Just a little background about Tech Trek before I turn the program over to the girls, and I'll have them introduce themselves as they come up. Tech Trek began in 1998 when AAUW California member Marie Wolbach, with the help of an AAUW Community Action Grant, started a science camp for girls on the Stanford University campus. After seeing how effective the program was, AAUW decided to take the program nationwide. Today, AAUW Tech Trek has camps in 9 states. Tech Trek growth in Washington State has been phenomenal. Last year, we sent 188 campers to attend. Next summer, AAUW Washington will have 3 weeks of camps, 2 weeks at PLU and 1 week at Eastern Washington State University. Programs this 1 week summer camp is backed by AAUW research that alumni are more likely than their peers to take advanced science and math classes and eventually go to college. AAUW Tech Trek alumni surpass the national average in most advanced math and science courses. At Tech Trek, girls are immersed in a world that empowers and encourages them to think about themselves as future scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and computer specialists. Tech Trek camps are designed to make STEM fields exciting and accessible to girls in middle school, the age when girls' participation in these fields statistically drops. Through hands-on problem solving and encounters with women role models in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, AAUW Tech Trek helps girls see their futures while having nonstop fun. Generous donations from AAUW members, a grant from the Cross Foundation, and our 2 fundraising events, the kitchen tour and silent auction, funded sending 11 girls from our branch to Tech Trek PLU this summer. We awarded $950 per camper from the branch for a total of $10,450. Thank you, branch members and community, for supporting and your donations, these important events. Even with the increase in funding requirements to $1,000 per camper next year, we are hoping to send more girls in 2020. Every year, our Tech Trek community collaborates with the school districts within East Jefferson County to identify eligible girls. All campers must have a recommendation from a 7th grade teacher or teachers who teach STEM subjects, preferably both science and math. This year we had 18 nominations from 4 schools: Blue Heron, Chimacum, Quilcene, and Sunfield. Brennan didn't have any 7th grade girls to nominate. Our Tech Trek committee members reviewed these applications and conducted in-person interviews. Our committee in 2018-19 was led by Patty Ivers and co-chaired by Donna Larson, with AAUW members Alexis Arabito, Mary Biskup, Rena Heck, Leslie Priest-Rubel, and Shirley Sandos. Thank you for all your hard work. Another caveat for Tech Trek alumni is that they can return as camp counselors after they reach the age of 16. This summer, our branch was represented by 2 student counselors, Jules Short, she had gone 2 years, and Lily Montgomery. Also, Beth Crouch represented our branch as a dorm monitor mom. She has represented us since 2014, 6 years. Wow. Last summer, our branch was allotted space for 11 girls to attend at PLU. So, here to tell you about their camp experiences are our 2019 campers.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Capel. Okay, well, yeah, I was at the last summer's Tech Trek camp, and it was a really cool experience for me. My core class was robotics, and at first I never knew I really liked programming. Then I learned that I loved it, and I might even do robotics in high school. But yeah, it was a really fun experience, and I met a lot of new friends and had lots of fun, and I hope to come back as a school counselor. Oh, yeah.
My name is Virginia Sue, and when I first arrived, I didn't really know what to expect. I was really nervous and really excited to meet my dorm mates and my roommates. But after talking to some of the girls I met and some of the friends I already knew, I knew that I wasn't alone, and my core class was marine biology, and in that class we learned about different types of wetlands and how we impact them and how they're valuable to us humans and animals. One of the things we got to do was getting to dissect a shark. We were supposed to cut it open and identify the parts of the shark by using what we learned in class. It was really interesting, but didn't smell that great. Besides that, we also got to dissect a squid. After dissecting it, we ate it, tried it and ate it. It was surprisingly really good. Yeah, overall, I had an amazing time, and I learned a lot. I hope I get to go back as a counselor one day. Thank you so much for this amazing experience.
My name is Josephine Mack, and I was really excited to go to Tech Trek because I love science and math. My core class was chemistry, and I didn't really like chemistry before that, but then in the core class we did pH levels of acids and bases, and it was really fun. And one of the things we got to do was we got to dissolve a shell in acid, and then we did that for 2 days, and we figured out what the difference was before we dissolved it and after we dissolved it. One of the things we did was we went on a field trip, and my field trip was to the zoo, and it was really cool. And there was an aquarium at the zoo, and we got to touch stingrays, and I found that really interesting. Thank you for this amazing experience.
Hello, my name is Hazel Windstorm, and first I would like to thank the AAUW for the wonderful opportunity they offer to 7th grade girls. For me, the most beneficial part of this program was learning more about marine biology. I have always been drawn to marine biology, but none of the schools I've been to have incorporated it into their curriculum. Our teacher was quite good, and in her class we performed dissections, we layered liquids, and we generally learned more about the many organisms that live in the sea. I also found it very interesting to stay at a college campus. The classrooms were really nice, and they made it really easy to learn. My dorm group was very welcoming. Our counselor and dorm mom were generous and kind, and the rest of the campers were willing to learn. One of my favorite parts of the camp was when we had the chance to Skype with Dr. Dunbar, who was the astronaut after which our camp was named. She spoke to us about her most recent project, which was trying to get more women into space, particularly on the moon. And I would highly recommend Tech Trek to any girl who is interested and would like to learn more about science and math, and would like to do this in the company of other girls.
We have a couple of girls that couldn't make it today, but they did prepared statements for us to read for them. And mine is Ruby Mills, my camper. And is her mom here, though? Grandmother. Would grandmother like to come up and read her? Or I could just, okay, all right. Just thought I'd offer that option. Okay, so firstly, I would like to thank everyone in the Port Townsend AAUW branch and the Cross Foundation for giving me the chance to go. I'm grateful that I was able to have this experience and learned a lot. Before I attended Tech Trek, I was interested in math and science, but I wouldn't say that I loved it. My school thankfully values math and science, and we have plenty of opportunities to learn in these fields. I can definitely say that I am now more interested in going into a math science career, specifically animal neurobiology. When I first learned that I got into Tech Trek, I was excited, but didn't really know what camp would be like. I thought that it would be more like being in school and going to classes. I was very wrong. When I first arrived at camp, we went to the orientation and was inspired by an amazing woman Air Force pilot. Once our parents left, we got settled and played games. I feel pretty at home, and having a dorm mom and counselor helped with this immensely. My dorm group had 2 other Tech Trekkers from our branch, which meant that we all settled in fast. I really liked my dorm group and made friends with campers in my group and out of my group. My core class was marine biology with Daneau Steele. We were lucky enough to do 2 dissections, one at the beginning of the week and one at the end. Our group dissected a dogfish first and then a squid at the end of the week. Everybody was able to go to 4 of the other core classes for a smaller period once. My core class group got to participate in the physics and robotics core classes at the first day and the astronomy and app inventor core classes the second day. I discovered how much I enjoyed astronomy and the stars. We were also able to do a few mini labs, including the Shellfish Biology 1, my favorite. On Wednesday, I took a trip to Harbor Wild Watch. We went to Gig Harbor on a low tide and helped count species on the beach and off. All the Wild Watch people were really nice and knew a lot. The evening programs were also amazing. We went swimming on Monday, Zumba on Tuesday, watched Hidden Figures on Wednesday, had Professional Women's Night on Thursday, and did thank you cards on Friday. My favorites were Wednesday and Thursday. I liked Wednesday evening activities because after we watched the movie, we video chatted Bonnie Dunbar, who the camp is named after. Thursday Professional Women's Night was awesome, but we also got to go to the Foss Observatory and look at the stars. One thing that I didn't like about camp was how watchful they were. I think that some of the rules about going places were unnecessary. Another thing I didn't like was the phone policies. Having no phones is fine, but not being able to call home, not so good. So I would recommend this camp to girls as it was a valuable experience that I think will help me later in life. And this is Ruby Mills. Once again, thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity. And one more thing. The food was really good, and I wish I could have brought the dining hall home with me.
I will be reading from Ava Shiflett, who said, I really did have an amazing experience at this camp. I made a lot of friends, especially from different areas of the state. Everyone was very welcoming to each other, which made this experience 10 times better. Before I went to the camp, I really did have a huge interest in science, but I never really had any experience in my core class, Body by Design. But this class was so much fun for me, especially to be dissecting a lot of things I probably will never be able to dissect in the future. So I am glad I picked this core class, and I appreciate all the people that helped on this experience. Some other things that made this experience fun was the field trip. I got to watch people pull out a huge net and grab some tiny fish to look at. That was pretty fun. I really did enjoy this experience and would love to come again sometime. Thanks.
You asked the question that you sounded like you were talking about the chemistry as your core class, but it wasn't your first choice. So, yeah.
My first choice was Stardust Astronomy, but I didn't get that. And I think chemistry was my third choice, but it turned out to be really fun and I'm glad I got it. Oh, good.
Say which schools you're from.
3 of us were from Blue Heron.
And I'm from Sunfield.
I'm from Blue Heron as well.
Okay, for each of you, what was the most surprising thing you found?
I think the dissections were really surprising because I've never done dissections before. It wasn't as different than I imagined it, I guess.
I guess it would be how long it takes to resolve something.
Yeah, I think the same for me, like dissecting things. I thought there would be like more blood, but there actually wasn't.
I think it would be for me when we programmed the robots to dance to a woman empowerment song. Mine was Respect by Aretha Franklin, and it actually is surprising how hard it is to get robots to dance to that.
Did you feel like having girls only affected how you behaved in classes?
I don't really know. I have never really, I'm so used to having like boys in my classes also, but it was really cool to only have girls there. Felt kind of cool and empowering.
Yeah, it didn't really feel that much difference. It was normal.
I feel like the only difference was there was less people goofing off. And everybody was also really interested in what we were doing, so.
I think it was really nice to have just girls because we were all more willing to take chances.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to change, or was there something missing?
I think the days were really long. You know, we got up really early and we were doing stuff until quite late. So it might have been a little better if they were a bit shorter. But
I kind of wish we had a little bit more time between the classes, because we'd go straight from one class to another, and I wish we had a little bit of a break.
yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool, yeah, kind of maybe the classes. But after the camp was done, you're kind of like, whoa, that passed quickly. So if it was like the 2-week one would have been cool. So I thought it was a really cool experience.
Are there parts of the camp that you wish could be incorporated into your everyday school experience?
I kind of wish that we had like more labs at school, because I liked how everything was interactive, and in most classes we sort of just sit and listen. And the labs that we do have are really short and not all that interesting.
I was just gonna say, I wish there was like more dissecting at our school because that was really fun.
I liked the labs there because they're like very hands-on and very fun. And then we also had one of the days we did like this financial class where there's this like big building, and we would like all have a certain job and the money we get, and we would have to buy houses, like phones and all that stuff. And it's just a really cool thing to have because we've never really done that before.
How do you think this experience will influence you and change maybe what you take in high school and in maybe college?
Well, for me, I think before I went to Tech Trek, I did want to be a doctor. And then actually on the Professional Women's Night, I was able to speak to a doctor. And that kind of really enhanced my like dream of being one. So I thought that was really cool. And it also has like encouraged me to take more STEM-based like classes in high school or college.
Before Tech Trek, I really wanted to go into archaeology, but then after that, I found that astrophysicist. I really wanted to be an astrophysicist because I like physics and astronomy.
Cool. Made me a lot more interested in marine biology, so I might take marine biology classes if I can.
Okay, some of you mentioned camp counselors, and so what inspired you at camp that makes you want to come back and be camp counselors?
I didn't mention that because I forgot, but I really want to go back because it was a lot of fun, and maybe I would have a chance to do something different.
I mean, it was just a really amazing and fun experience, and it would be really cool to come back there as a student counselor because you get to see all these girls having the same experience, and you also get to learn new things.
I probably want to go back, and it was really fun. I probably would want to do something like a new core class, like just experience.
So I have a question about the camp counselor. How do you interact with the camp counselors? What do they do? Where are they? Are they in the core classes? Are they in your dorms?
Some of them are in core classes with us, but most of the time they're just like leading us.
To the counselors, we had like counselors from other dorms during our core classes most of the time, and we had our dorm moms during meals and when we were back at our dorm.
Okay, do you go back to your schools and share your experiences with your teachers and your classmates and any kind of a formal experience?
When we went back to school, a few teachers did ask us like how was it, but we didn't have like something like this. We didn't share it out loud to like everyone.
Yeah, no, it's basically the same. My teacher was very interested on how it went, but we didn't do any presentation.
So following up on that, will you be reaching out to other girls, helping us when we interview the next group of 7th grade girls and sharing your experiences?
Yeah, definitely, because I'm in a class of 7th and 8th graders, so I'm definitely encouraging because the 7th graders to come this summer, because it's a fun experience.
Right now my sister is in 6th grade and she really wants to go because she heard how much fun I had, and so she got jealous.
I have a friend in 7th grade who's really interested in science and math, and I think she would love to do this if she could.
Okay, and speaking about the teachers, we have a few visiting us today, I guess, and we want to thank you because we do need your help and we do work with you closely, and we will be out in the schools pretty soon to talk to you. Thank you. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to introduce the Roboctopi. So would you come on up?
Hi everyone. My name is Olivia Morningstar. I am the president of Team 4918, the Robotics. First of all, I want to thank AAUW for inviting us to come and speak. We really do appreciate it. A little bit about us. We are a high school aged competitive robotics team. We build robots about the size of washing machines, and every year we take them to competition and we compete with them. We are under the umbrella of FIRST Robotics. FIRST is an international program, and I think there's some, like 8,000 teams internationally now. So, we're really excited. It's a growing program. And we are a 4-H club. We're not through a specific high school, so anybody in Jefferson County, anybody in the community can join. We have kids from several different schools, like Chimicum, Port Townsend High School. We have homeschool kids. Okay. And what else? Let's see. Yeah, this year we are 50% female, which is the first time that's ever happened. Our entire executive board is all female, which is also the first time that's ever happened, so we're really happy about that. And basically, you can join the team when you're 14, so starting in 8th grade, and you can stay all the way through all the way through senior year. I'm in 10th grade, and this is my 3rd year on the team, and it's a really great experience and a really wonderful program. And I'm going to turn it over to Anna and Melanie.
Hello, I'm Melanie Bacon, and I'm the Vice President of the Robotics, and I went to Tech Trek in 2016, and then after that I transitioned to the Robotics, where I can share my knowledge of what I learned at Tech Trek, and I'm finally 16, so I'm definitely planning on applying to be a counselor this summer for Tech Trek 2020. Hi, my name is Anna Lotsky. I went to Tech Trek in the summer of 2018. And Tech Trek definitely like made me comfortable, like feel comfortable in myself in STEM. So when I did join the Robotics, I knew I could come in with my knowledge and I could just, you know, be confident in myself and not have to be nervous about joining anything.
Great.
So my name is Emma Kane, and I did not go to Tech Trek. I found about it after. But hearing about everything today, I really wish I had been able to, because it sounds like an amazing opportunity.
So basically, for all of you Tech Trek girls, we would love to have you on the team. It's a wonderful experience. We have about, I think, 20, 15-ish members, 19, 20 members this year. And to give you a reference, we are competing against teams that have 90 members. That, you know, their shop is in the same building that the United States trains their astronauts in. And we are a tiny little team from Port Townsend. So we would really love to have you guys on the team. And hearing you guys talk about STEM and all of that stuff is, it's really inspiring and it's really encouraging. And yeah, we're a really great program. So, does anybody have any questions?
Tell them how they can reach you.
Oh, okay. We have a website and a Facebook. So we are Team 4918, the Roboctopi. Let's see. We also have an email. It's roboctopi@gmail.com. And we also have like Instagram and stuff like that, so younger generation or I don't know.
If you like search up the Robotics, you'll find us online and you can contact us that way.
Yeah. Do you need money?
No, you don't. So a big part of our team is that we... Wait, do you mean we need money? We as a team need money, but if you're like a new member or something like that, we don't charge any fees. We don't charge any fees for anything, so we provide lodging and for competitions and food, and we will provide transportation, and you know, you will get a t-shirt just or a polo just by joining the team and all that stuff, and so we don't have any extra fees because we want to make the team as accessible for everybody in the community.
So how do you pay for that?
Sponsorship.
When you say you need donations.
Well, we pay for it mainly by sponsorships, so and grants. So we'll have like Boeing will provide grants and stuff like that. So yeah, things like OSPI, which is, you know, the overarching like school thing and stuff like that. So.
And individuals can contribute.
Yeah. Yes, individuals can contribute.
How often do you meet and where do you meet?
We meet, so in our off season, which we're in right now, our season starts in January and basically goes until April. In our off season, we meet twice a week, once on Wednesdays and once on Saturdays. Our shop is about a block that way. We're like right here in this industrial district, which is really great. It's like in between Port Townsend and Chimacum, so it's accessible for both people, or both schools. So, and then during the build season, we meet much more often, because basically the way it works is a challenge or a game is released the first weekend of January, and you have 6 weeks to build a robot before you basically put it up into a bag and you can't touch it until you get to competition. So we will meet pretty much like 6 days a week, but you don't have to come all the time. It's basically come when you can and stuff like that. So.
In addition, our team is all run by volunteers. So if there's any women who have any experience in STEM fields or just want to help get involved, we're always looking for future mentors.
What's an example of a challenge like last year?
So last year's challenge was we had to manipulate these large discs into 3 different positions, and then also these 13-inch round playground balls into different holes. And then the very end of the game, you had to climb up onto a platform that was I don't know, this-ish high off the ground, probably as high as one of these tables. And so many teams that year were like, okay, let's make extendo wheels that climb up onto this table. And our team decided to make a giant vacuum suction cup that sucked onto the table and lifted the whole robot up. These robots are 125 pounds, by the way, and we made ours strong enough to lift our robot and the 2 other robots that were on our alliance. Yeah, and the other alliance. And so our team this year, we were only one of like 15 teams that did that out of the 8,000 internationally, so we were really proud of that. That was a big step for our team. So that's an example of one of the challenges. It's just a game where you compete for points.
Literally, I got it.
So,
Do you know the history of the name, or can you share that?
Robotics?
Yeah, where did that?
So, our team started in 2014, and we were based out of the Maritime Center, and so we wanted to go with like a maritime theme, and then also the robotics thing, so like octopi, roboctopi, so that's where that came from. Do you have a question?
Yeah, do you start a robot from scratch?
So the question was, do you start a robot from scratch? And we do. They release rules and specifications as far as like size and weight go, and then we as a team have to design and build the entire robot by ourselves, completely from scratch. And we also have to like program it and test run, and we have drivers and all of that stuff. So.
Do you have the old ones as well?
So we have 2 of our old ones. We have a robot from 2017 that's still up and running because that robot ended up competing at Worlds. So that's the robot we'll bring in for parades. It shoots the the bright yellow like wiffle balls. So so that was a competition robot, and that went to Worlds. And then we still have last season's robot, which is called Contact, and that's one with a vacuum pad, and we'll bring that to our events and show that one off as well.
Great.
Any other questions?
Obviously, part of the team, but can you guys describe what competitions feel like?
Okay, so competitions, to give you an example, there's about 36 teams in competition, and during a match there's 6 teams playing, so you're on an alliance with 2 other teams and you're against an alliance of 3 teams, and it's like a really, really high stakes basketball team, but everyone is a total nerd and we're all having a bunch of fun. We'll take breaks, like if there's like an issue on the field, we'll take breaks and they'll like play the YMCA, and everybody in the stands will get up and do the YMCA. And it's like really loud and enthusiastic and just a bunch of fun. And Anna, who just joined the team, recently went to an off-season event, so do you want to talk about your experience with that?
It was like I've been on the team for like a month, and they're like, you're coming to this competition and you're going to be like part of the drive team, which is like the team who kind of runs the robot. So I went, and it's very fun. Everyone's like really excited about what they're doing, and everyone helps each other out. So there's no one's mean about it. Everyone's like, yeah, here's this, we can help you with your code if you're having issues, and everyone's just having fun and enjoying being there. So it's definitely like a really fun time.
They make it as similar to like sporting events as possible. So it's like a football game or like a basketball match for a bunch of robotics nerds. So it seems like when there's like chants going on and it seems like you're at a football game, just instead of players, there's a bunch of robots running around the field.
Any other questions? Yes?
So I see that you have, sorry, another part of the team here. I see that we have an all-girls representation here today. You did say that we have an all-girl administrative staff this year. So are there all-girl events also that happen?
There are all-girl events. It's really fun. I think last weekend there was an off-season event called Girls Gen, Washington State Girls Gen, and that's where they only, you can come with your team, but only girls can be the ones who are driving the robots and running the robots and fixing the robots and everything like that. And so a lot of times it will be hard to be in competition because there will be a bunch of guys being all macho and everything, and it's kind of frustrating. And so these events are like a chance for all of the girls on the teams to sort of step up and take a leadership position and sort of take their role on the team and everything. So it's really great experience. Any other questions? Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Wow. I would just like to say thank you
to all the parents and the teachers that support our girls in this community with the Tech Trek and also with the robotics teams. I just think it's wonderful that we are introducing all of these wonderful STEM activities now, and it's really taken hold in our community. So thank you very much for all the teachers, parents, coaches, aunts, grandmas, anybody that's supporting this team. Thank you very much.